Sandro, are you back there? Can you come up and lead us off in the pledge? Yes, you. You don't have to come all the way up, just partial. Partial.
Say aye.
Go ahead, Tom.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Bishop Seller, would you would you be so kind as to give us an invocation? Sure.
Let us pray. Father, from whose truth and goodness all good government flows, bless our elected representatives. Give them patience and an open mind in their deliberations, and the wisdom to make decisions for the benefit of those they serve. Guide us all to provide the support and understanding to accomplish that for which they were elected. Bless all those who serve our community as employees or volunteers. Help us all to know the true common good and work toward it. Amen.
Amen. Bishop Seller, thank you very much. Bishop Seller is a retired vicar from the Eastern Vicariate of the Diocese of Rockville Center, but I always just say St. Isidore's. You live? St. John's. You know, I don't know why. Well, my kids go to St. Isidore's, so I guess I see you around there somewhere sometimes. All right, we've got a presentations to make, but I don't. We'll wait. We're not going to do anything now. John, why don't we do the minutes?
I'm going to make a motion that we approve the town board minutes of April 3rd, 2012. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Giglio.
No.
Abstain. Okay. Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
The minutes are approved. Do you want me to go through them?
Reports.
Okay, sure. Under reports, tax receiver, total tax collection to date, April 4th, $67,816,639.58. Tax receiver, total tax collection to date as of April 11th, $68,032,830.46. Also for tax receiver, the utility collection report for March, $173,099.84. Under applications, and these are pending town board approval, the Peconic Bay Medical Center submitted an application for their annual East End Garden Festival, May 10th through the 13th. Halleckville Museum Farm, a country-style fair, May 19th and 20th. Wading River Shoreham Chamber of Commerce Annual Duck Pond Day, May 20th. Polish Town Civic Grease Band Fundraiser, June 30th. That's once again. Had a few years where they didn't do that. Yeah. Riverhead Elks Lodge, lawnmower event and kids bicycle race, and they have 4 separate applications, May 6th, June 3rd, September 3rd, and October 14th. And there was no correspondence. And that was it.
Okay. Any other town board reports?
I just want to thank all the fire departments that were involved in the wildfire in Ridge and Manorville. They did a wonderful job of stopping that fire and saving a lot of residences. So thank you very much. And is that the Kiwanis Club here?
Key Club.
Key Club? Yeah, welcome. The Kiwanis Key Club is here tonight. Welcome.
Thank you.
I have
Also,
you have a couple too?
Sure.
I just have a couple real quick ones. The MTAS, the Move the Animal Shelter, is a nonprofit citizen-run organization within Riverhead, and they're having a dog wash at Walgreens this Saturday.
A what?
A dog
Dog wash.
They actually have a
$20.
mobile dog grooming coming to, and for $20 donation.
I thought maybe it's just a bunch of kids with scrub brushes.
No, well, I don't know. I'm taking my
No.
dog for the first time,
It's
so
a
I'll let you know how that works
professional
out.
grooming.
But it's dog grooming. It's $20
My
donation.
dog cleans himself.
And also the Riverhead
It's his
area,
job.
the Riverhead area
It's like
Girl
my
Scouts in Riverhead are
Sorry,
also going to be at Wallbaum's, King Cullen, Walmart, and Petco, and they'll be collecting goods such as towels, blankets, and food for the shelter in Riverhead, and that's their community service for this weekend. And one other thing, the Riverhead girls varsity basketball were the Long Island champions this year. We gave them proclamation at the last town board meeting. They're looking for fundraising to help pay for championship rings. They'd like to get championship rings for the whole team. So they're looking for donations to go for that, and I'll post this outside on the board if anybody wants to make a donation to the, yes, Riverhead Girls Basketball Booster Club, and it's a P.O. Box and Aqua.
How much does each ring cost?
The total cost is $3,000 for all the rings, so I guess whatever you can give would help them out a lot. So that's it. That's it.
And I just wanted to thank all the people that showed up on Saturday to volunteer to clean up the beaches in Riverhead on the North
That's true.
Shore. So they did a great job. They got a lot of lumber with nails sticking out and mufflers and tires and all kinds of stuff that they picked up off the beach. So thank you, everybody that volunteered to do that.
George?
Oh, just one more thing.
Question? Oh.
And while we're talking about the dog shelter, Riverhead Dog Shelter is looking for donations. If anybody has any donations of food or and for next winter blankets and stuff that the dogs can use or sleep on, it's there. You get a tax statement for giving this stuff, so you can use it in your tax next year. So if anybody has anything and they would like to donate it, on Young's Avenue is our dog shelter. They can go up there and donate it. Thank you.
I'd just like to announce that the ball fields at EPCAL, the parking lot is moving right along. We should be done in 2 or 3 weeks, so we're right on target for getting that
Let's hope
parking
the
lot
ball
open.
fields are done.
We're opening the bids tomorrow for the ball fields,
That's it.
but the parking lot's moving right along, so it's encouraging.
All right, I got a couple things and we're going to get started. I want to thank the fire departments, Manorville, Riverhead, Jamesport, and all the fire departments of the West End. We had another fire. Thankfully, it's out already. But these guys have gone above and beyond the call of duty. One of the things that we are at record pumping rates now. Gary Penzick for April, we're pumping. I think last night Gary said it was a little over 10 million gallons of water for the day. That is unheard of in April. Not to worry, we have plenty of water, but people have to be mindful about putting their cigarette butts out the windows and any kind of open flames at this point. This is serious stuff. I'm hoping, I think we're all hoping and praying that we have a nice downpour this weekend, but a lot of people lost a lot of property in those fires last week. So if the residents just be mindful of what you're doing when you're in the woods or near the woods or driving through the Pine Barrens, because they're going up like a tinderbox at this point. All right, so we've got a couple things, and first we're going to have people come up. We've got a proclamation for Earth Day, and in celebration of Earth Day on Saturday, 4/21 at 9 a.m. to noon, Councilman George Bartnick usually leads this. I know Councilman Bartnick is in the back. We're requesting everybody to come meet at Riverhead Town Hall. We will give trash bags, gloves, safety vests will be loaned, and there'll be refreshments at noon. One of the places, and I don't know, George, if you've got different areas that you're going to be looking at, but one of the places that I know is sort of a mess is Wading River Manor Road at this point. There's a lot of litter on it, and there's actually some trash as a result of, I guess, being pulled out of the woods. So I don't know if anybody wants to concentrate in Manorville, Wading River Manor Road, town of Riverhead, even in Brookhaven. It's okay. That is a road that really needs a little bit of help. So if we could have, we have everybody from the Key Club and Jill Tapper. Jill, where are you, Jill? And I know Louise is in the back. If the board would come on down to the front, we're going to give out some proclamations. We're going to stand behind that.
Yeah, they stand by this bench.
All right. I'm not going to necessarily do this. Yeah, that's a good idea, John. You want to give them out? And I don't know if everybody's here. Okay. It is on. Is that on? That's on. Let's do this. Councilman Bartnick, I want you to come up first. And we're giving a proclamation to Councilman Bartnick. He's gone, again, above and beyond the call of duty. with environmental service to this town, and I know one of the reasons several years ago he ran for town board was because of environmental concerns, and he did a fantastic job on the board, and he continues to do a fantastic job. And it is truly a testament to what George believes. And what we wanted to do is issue, George, you may have received some of these before, I don't know, most of the time you gave them out, but a proclamation acknowledging the volunteerism that you've done for the town of Riverhead, for protection and safeguarding the environment, your dedication to Earth Day, and bringing volunteers together to do things for this town. So today, usually I ask the board to do it, but since we didn't do that, John, you want to tell them what day it is today?
Today is George Bartnick Day in the town of Riverhead.
Sorry you didn't know about it this morning.
I was going
You
to
found
say,
out a couple hours
I would have really taken advantage of free lunch around town and waited on that.
I thought today was a little nicer than usual.
It was a very nice day.
Now you tell me.
All right.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Do we have we've got the Key Club, because I see the shirts, and then
Well, there's two clubs here.
there's two clubs here. I
Key
see,
Club is behind us here,
I see,
without the shirts.
the Key Club.
And the high school bottling program.
Oh, the litter free. Okay, so let's do this. We've got certificates for people for two different things. Jill Trapper's class, there's third. Jill, why don't you come up?
Well,
Tapper.
I'm gonna, Jill's a little gun shy, so.
Tapper, I'm sorry. Okay, so who are you? Come on
I'm
up.
Timothy Page.
Tim is the teacher.
Yes.
Tim Page.
And
Jill
Jill
is the assistant.
also. Well, no,
Okay.
we're both co-teachers in this program.
All right.
All right, well, I'm going to read this, and I'm going to let you explain what happened. There's 13 students created a recycling program where they cut a hole in trash cans so they could recycle bottles, and they'd redeem the bottles to purchase more supplies. So that's what I have. So tell us what you did.
Well, that's exactly what we did. We gathered some trash barrels and set them around the high school. And we promoted through posters and through various things to get our students and teachers and everyone who enters the building to deposit all their plastic bottles and cans into these. We were seeing that a lot of them were going out through the garbage, just through the general waste, so we said, let's separate them. Then we began to say, you know what, a lot of these are deposits, a nickel to a plastic bottle. So we began collecting them, separating them, and taking them. We do a weekly trip now to the local store, to Stop and Shop, where we use their machines, get the receipts from them, and now we've been able to buy more barrels, expand the program. Key Club gave us these shirts, so we're identified throughout the building. It's become much more aware. We're up to right now about 5,000 bottles we've retrieved from the trash, and we're hoping to break 6,000 by the end of the year. And it's just been a lot of fun, and I have a couple of the students here who help us, who go through here. And that's what we do, and we enjoy it, and it's helps beautify the school, and we're hoping to expand it.
Very good.
All right. Jim's got these
I've got-
proclamations.
yeah, so
We're
I'm gonna
gonna.
have to thumb through
We've
them.
got some that are here.
Some that are here, some that are not. I was just going to
got
take
some
them
too,
instead of
yeah.
announcing everyone. We'll just
Yeah.
take them and we'll
give
talk to
them
the
out.
kids. And
Well, don't
Okay.
give Louise Wilkinson's out
Yeah,
yet.
this is for the bottle program.
Okay.
Excellent.
So, Louise, why don't you come on up?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
We got
Thank
more.
you.
No, no, no,
all
no.
for
No, no,
your-
those.
Yeah, but you're gonna take these too, it's a key club.
The 12th
Louise.
grade.
Louise.
Louise, come on up.
Oh, Louise.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they give me a script here, so I stick to the script. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Come on up here, kids. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
come
shake
on.
your
Yeah,
hand. Thank you for
on up.
coming up with this great idea.
Let's get everybody up here.
Come on
Louise, hold on. The 12th grade Riverhead High School Key Club students developed environmental and recycling programs for 4 of the 3rd grade classes within the Riverhead Central School District to teach them how to recycle. So this is truly recycling day here. And Louise, we've given you some proclamations to give, our certificates of appreciation to give to the kids. Do you want to say a few words before we have all the kids up for a picture?
Sure. Mostly I'd like to have my kids come up and speak. Sam, Melissa.
Yeah, come on up.
This is Sam Gow. She is the president of Key Club.
Hi.
And Melissa's the vice president.
Congratulations.
You want to turn around?
Around
Hi.
this way, so that-
Everyone wants to see your face.
All right. I don't know what you want me to say. Okay. So.
You have to just talk right into it.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Oh, of course you
So, every year we've been going to the elementary schools that are in Riverhead School District, and we go and teach these third graders about the importance of going green. And we always, since all the schools have smart boards now, we have a activity we do on smart boards, and we have kids guess what certain items, how long they take to break down, and then we play a true or false game. And they, at the end of the day, they learn a lot, and they always have fun, and they always want to go home and be like, Mom, Dad, I want to recycle, and all that fun stuff to help our environment. And basically, that we do that. And then we have one more school to go to this year, to the to Phillips Avenue, and that's a pretty big third grade classroom. So we also want to thank Mr. Wooten for helping transport us to these
resident bus driver.
Yeah,
You bus driver.
we have fun on the
Jackie
buses and everything. Melissa, you wanna say something?
So I just want to say thank you also. It's really great to go out and educate the youth and inform them on what's going on in our environment. It's very important from a young age to set that up and set an example. So thank you. We appreciate it. And thank you again, Mr. Bartnick.
All right, Mr. Page, why don't you bring up your class, and we have one more thing for the class.
Oh, okay. So
And this is an, come on up, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen.
This is an Earth Day proclamation.
Ooh.
And we're going to see if we can find a frame. Tara, did we find a frame that we could put? We didn't have any extra frames, but we'd like to put this in a frame, so if we can, we'll give it to you, but if you give it back to us right away, we'll put it in a frame.
Excellent.
But this is an Earth Day proclamation for you kids. Turn around, look at the camera. You're going to be on Channel 22. You'll be famous like us. Anyway, the first Earth Day was celebrated in April 22nd, 1970, so it's been around a long time. And the town of Riverhead and the entire town council want to acknowledge April 22nd, 2012 as Earth Day in the town of Riverhead. And we've got this proclamation that we're going to hand to you. And I don't know if any of your other students or any other Key Club members want to come up, but come on up,
we should
guys.
all be up here.
Yeah, come on, let's all get up there.
They're building a program here, so when the kids come to us, they will be educated, they will understand recycling, and that's what we're really working towards.
Good. So, does any you other students want to say anything?
Anyone would like to say something?
These
Yes.
students,
Right here, she would, oh, I'm
Okay.
sorry,
these students are going to help us. The last time we got our report card, we got a D in recycling.
Ah.
So maybe with these students, we'll move up from a D to a B and help us out. Thank you.
You want to speak? Will this reach here?
Yeah. It's,
Look, duck your head.
perfect.
I just want to say thank you to everyone, and we're really happy to be going and teaching the younger children how to go green. And yes, thank you.
Very good.
All right, well, thank you very much. Can we shake your hands?
Turn around, guys, shake hands,
It's a
introduce
pleasure
yourself.
to meet you. What's your name?
Okay.
Maddie? Joshua?
Anthony.
Anthony?
Very nice.
Sam?
Anthony showed the wheel.
Come on in, Dan.
Emily?
Come on.
I'm coming up behind you.
And Melissa. Well, thank you folks for coming out. I know it's a beautiful day and you might not want to spend it with the town board, but thank you.
Thank you. And again, thank you.
Josh? Good thing they gave me this script.
Very innovative. Thinking, I'm gonna be cool.
All right, folks, thank you very much.
The mayor won't be here.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Mr.
You guys did a great job.
One student wants to say hello, but Tyler Allen says hello.
Oh, good.
And he wanted to say, he told me 10 times I have to say hello.
He's a great guy.
Good job. Thank you.
That guy was crazy. All right. Well, thank you folks for coming out. We've got two public hearings. The retirement community public hearing is not going to be held. We're going to open it and then we're going to close it. There's still some internal inconsistencies that we missed in the code as it's been rewritten so many times. We picked up on a couple inconsistencies, so we're not going to hear it. And we'll probably pull the resolution today, or table the resolution, because we're trying to get this right, and apparently...
So even the one that's
we're having
calling
a-
for a new public
yeah,
hearing might be
yeah.
tabled
We're
again?
gonna table that.
We're not there yet.
So we'll all be retired by the time we get to retirement?
Pretty much. That's
right, we're trying to make
we
sure
want them
we
to
all
look-
are available.
No, we want them to be new when we're there.
That's
We're
right.
trying to get it right.
All right. So we have a public hearing. Michael, do you want to say anything about this? This is 7:05. I'm going to open this up. It's a very quick thing. You know what this is? And let me open the hearing. You can tell us what it is, and if anybody wants to be heard, that would be fine. 7:05 having arrived, this is a consideration of a local law to amend Chapter 88 entitled Sewers of the Riverhead Town Code, filing of an irrevocable letter of credit insurance. Mike, could you just give us two minutes about it?
Okay, it's just a really housekeeping item. The code was changed a couple years back when we were accepting letters of credit as a means of security as approved drain layers for the sewer district. The code after that was changed to allow other means of security, but it wasn't changed for in the sewer district code. It was changed in the water district code and the building department, but it left out sewer. So this just brings, like I said, it's just a housekeeping item. And because to get a letter of credit, it costs a certain amount of money, and there's a lot of drain layers that don't want to do the work because of the expense. So if we were able to allow them to provide a passbook, cash, other means of security that's
like cash.
acceptable to the town attorney's office, then that'll be fine.
Okay, good. Does anybody else wish to be heard on this?
Just one question, or a bond, right?
What's that?
If they get a bond,
This
No,
would allow,
we don't take bonds anymore.
you don't take?
No, no.
All right. They're not excluded from here, that's what.
Well, we only take letters of credit right now, but this allows us to take other means of security other than
It
letters
says
of
here,
credit.
Or other equivalent security.
Right.
So you're not considering a bond equivalent security?
No, because they're too hard to attach themselves to. We take, passbooks, checks.
We leave it to the town attorney's office.
Okay.
so-
Exactly.
that's a
Can
fair
make that
comment.
determination.
Yeah. All right, does anybody else wish to be heard? Not seeing anybody. We'll close the hearing. We'll leave it open for written comment until April 27th. The second one we're going to open and then close. The 7:15 having arrived, this is a consideration of a local law to amend Chapter 108 entitled Zoning of the Town Code, Residence RC Retirement Community. We're going to open that. But as I said, there were internal inconsistencies in the draft we went to hearing on, and we're not there yet, so we're going to close the hearing, and we will stay tuned, folks. All right. Now we'll take comments on resolutions. Does anybody wish to speak on any of the resolutions? Sal Mastropolo not being here. Wow. I think we can move to the resolutions. All right. Diane, you ready?
Sure, we have CBA to start with, so.
I'd like to close the
Chris here?
town board meeting and make a motion to open the
Chris.
CDA meeting, so moved.
CDA.
Seconded to open up the CDA meeting.
Yeah.
Moved and seconded. Vote, please, to open the CDA meeting.
Giglio?
Yes.
Gabrielson?
Yes.
Wooten?
Yes.
Dunleavy?
Yes.
Walter?
Yes.
The CDA meeting is open, and there's one resolution, CDA resolution number 4, accepts the annual report and annual financial report for 2011.
Worked
So
hard on
moved.
this.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Giglio?
Yes.
Gabrielson?
Yes.
Wooten?
Yes.
Dunleavy?
Yes.
Walter?
Yes.
And the resolution is therefore declared adopted, and that completes the business of the CDA.
I'd like to make a motion, we close the CDA meeting and reopen the town board meeting. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Giglio?
Yes.
Gabrielson?
Yes.
Wooten?
No, I sort of like being a CDA. Yes.
Dunleavy?
Yes.
And Walter?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Diane.
Resolution 274.
274 is a 2009 bicycle pedestrian transportation path capital project budget adjustment.
So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 275.
Calverton Sewer District Budget Adjustment. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 276.
Water District Route 105 Transmission Budget Adjustment. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 277.
Appoints a part-time homemaker to the senior program. So moved.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 278.
Awards bid for hardware items. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 279.
Awards bid for lubricant items. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 280.
Extends bid contract for diesel fuel with Quag Sinclair Inc. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 281.
Sets the fees for usage of the recreation and other town facilities. So moved.
Seconded.
These the same as last year?
Yes, it
Okay.
hasn't changed.
All right, moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Seeing that there's the same fees that we charged last year, yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 282.
Appoints a call-in guard level 2 to the Recreation Department. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 283.
Establishes date and time of third annual Great Rivered Cardboard Boat Race. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
I just want to announce that it's at 12 noon on June 24th, and the boat race will start at, like I said, 12. We'll start with the supervisor's race, the coveted trophy that Riverhead now holds. And
You guys gotta get like a real trophy, like a
No, we don't.
Stanley Cup that we can
we're
transfer
getting
back
one.
and forth.
We're putting the dates from the last two on it, so
Good.
it's going to be something that'll move around the town. It's not going to move around, it's going to stay in Riverhead.
I don't know, it
And
depends
also-
on Big Gabrielson's boat works. Oh, no, I built the last. Did I build the last one, or did you?
No.
No, you built it.
You're building the next one.
I painted it.
And also for the rest of the board, that may interest them, we're going to have the hula hoop contest
Oh.
on the grandstand, so.
John, that might be with the whole-
I'm gonna be a judge.
Is that a yes then?
We have 12 and under and 13 and over.
Was that a yes?
Okay.
It's a yes.
Okay. Wooten.
I'll support this only if the supervised race goes last, because when they sink, they're gonna block that whole river, so. Yes, of
Yes.
course.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 284.
Approves extension of performance bond of Riverhead Sound Associates LLC, AKA Aquabog Golf Resorts, road and drainage improvements. So moved. John.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded, vote please. Let me switch that.
Oh,
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
I'm
Yes.
thinking.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 285.
Authorize the extension, authorize to extend contract with Watercraft Irrigation Incorporated for irrigation and maintenance services for the town of Riverhead. So moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 286.
Authorizes the supervisor to execute an agreement with National Association of Drug-Free Employees, NADE. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 287.
Awards bid for snack vendors. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 288.
432 East Avenue, Riverhead, New York, Chapter 96, budget adoption. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Here we go, it's that season again with the grass, right?
No, it's more than that. This is
More
the
than
house
that
that
on this
caught
one?
fire because that vagrant.
It's the one that caught fire, there was just an accident there.
Okay, so you gotta clean up.
It has to be
Okay.
cleaned up.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 289.
Authorizes the fire marshal to facilitate the removal of all rubbish, weeds, grass, and/or rank vegetation in excess of 10 inches upon real property known as 432 East Avenue, Riverhead, New York, 11901, also known as Suffolk Tax Map Number 0600-126.00-04-048.00, pursuant to Riverhead Town Code, Chapter 96. So moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 290.
This approves a Chapter 90 application of Martha Clara Vineyards LLC for an overflow tent to be erected May 24th, 2012 through July 19th of 2012. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
We've been saying this for years, we've got to devise a better system in these 3-month Chapter 90s. But
Yes, we
do.
have.
I guess I gotta vote yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 291.
Approves Chapter 90 application of Peconic Bay Medical Center, and it's for the 17th Annual East End Garden Festival, May 10th through May 13th, 2012. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes, this is the Mother's Day weekend, so everybody should go over there, buy their plants, and support the Peconic Bay Medical Center. I vote yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 292.
Authorizes the town clerk to publish and post public notice to consider a local law to amend Chapter 99 entitled Taxicabs and Vehicles for Hire of the Riverhead Town Code. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 293.
Going to table that?
This is 293 is the public notice to amend zoning for Article XX, 2023 Residential RC District. I move to table this. So moved.
Second the table?
Moved and seconded to table?
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution has been tabled. Resolution 294.
This authorizes the town clerk to publish and post public notice to consider a local law to add Chapter 67 entitled Filming of the Riverhead Town Code.
Should be a change in the notice, the first page. It should be April 26, 2012 issue. Actually, it's the resolution itself. It says,
March 1st.
that shows you how long this one's sitting around. So March 1, 2012 should
Why are we
be
doing
April.
this?
Because I've been dealing with them on a per diem basis as far as contracts, and
Where do we get this code? This is somebody else?
East Hampton, Shelter Island,
Is this just-
Southwold have similar codes, which
Okay.
provide
It's-
for
On
filming
municipal
permits.
properties only?
No, municipal and private properties it allows for, but it just allows for a permit process rather than having the town board issue Chapter 90.
Just look
and
under
it establishes a
67.6,
set
you
fee.
really gotta strike these three.
It's still in there?
I read it too. I didn't see that one.
67.6. I don't want to
Yep.
make check payable to town.
No, that's correct, should be Town of Riverhead.
Where is this going?
It's 67.6.
All right, okay.
All right.
Oh.
So it's been moved and seconded,
No, we didn't second it.
It's
Jim,
actually
second.
been very good because a lot of the restaurants have been catering these movie companies when they come out, they bring their crews and they stay at the Hyatt, they stay at the local hotels and eat at the local restaurants, so.
Well, my concern is, and I don't know, maybe you can address it here, so they have come out already, sometimes they'll spend a few hours at one of the farms taking some shots. We'd have to go through a process now?
No, I think it's really if they're involving
Municipal.
police,
I think just
municipal
basically
services.
police.
So otherwise,
Any highway people that have to be
but the
used,
small,
that they get paid for.
the small,
No, if they're
shots,
like
it wouldn't
filming
work.
where they're shutting down roads and they're,
Had run the Janesville Country Store.
I think it really comes down to the mostly municipal land and
Municipal.
good closing of roads and everything else.
Yeah, because
This
we-
would involve or require, and I guess we can do it at the public hearing, because we're, basically having a public hearing prior to having a public hearing, but this
Well,
this would require a permit from any entity that's looking to film within the confines of the boundaries of the town of Riverhead, public land or private land.
Okay.
So they would come in and apply for a permit in order to put us on notice that they're doing filming. And then if there's an additional need for police enforcement or the rental of town property, there would be additional fees above that.
But this permit
Yeah, I don't wanna do that.
covers the film fee,
I don't mind.
which when they wanna come here every day, they have a fee they have to pay. The cleanup, make sure they clean up, they wanna leave a deposit, so if they don't clean up and the town has to clean up, then we get paid for that. Traffic control fee, that's for our police department, any traffic control officers we use. And the beach parking fee, in case they use the beaches to park their vehicles.
Correct.
This doesn't, I just don't see anything where it says private, to answer your question.
Well, he's saying it's private.
Well, I don't think we can control,
What's-
a private entities, I mean, I think it's just,
I understand the municipal. I'm good with
Municipal,
that.
that's what I
Right,
think
but
it
I'm not-
is, yeah.
I'm not good with the private.
It's just municipal, make sure that we get our fees, that when
Yeah,
they
no,
use
it's
our
actually
stuff.
No, it's actually, I stand corrected, it says streets, sidewalks, property owned by the town of Riverhead or the CDA.
Right.
Right, yeah.
Okay, so it is municipal only.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
I'm good with
That's
that.
all we
it.
really, that's
I
all we
did
really
make
can
that
enact
change.
laws for.
That's
so you
it.
took out
That's
that,
Although,
it.
yeah.
you took out the
That
private.
is right.
Yep.
Okay?
All right, so I still moved it for a public hearing. We have
And
some time to
seconded.
discuss it. Okay, good.
It makes it easier. Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yeah, see, it, the movie industry, they're using the Riverhead town a lot more now, and we wanna make
Yeah,
sure
definitely, yeah.
that we get paid for cleanup and use of our police department and, everything else, so I vote yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 295.
Authorize town clerk to publish and post public notice to consider local law to amend chapter 48 titled Beaches and Recreation Centers of the Riverhead Town Code. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
This is the dog park, like, yeah.
Yes,
we'll
it's
have
for
the
the dog
park
parks,
listing
it's
that we
only
want to
change,
discuss.
yeah.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 296.
Rescinds resolution number 286 adopted on March 20th, 2001 regarding administrative fees for chapter 54 and chapter 96. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
I'm going to abstain. I wasn't here for the discussion, so I'm not sure what property that is.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 297.
Calverton Recreational Park Project, 2012 budget adjustment, so moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Big match. Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 298.
This appoints a call-in head lifeguard to the Recreation Department. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 299.
Authorize an adoption fee at the Riverhead Animal Shelter on April 28th and 29th, 2012. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes, we have about 26 dogs up there, so.
21.
21. Well, it's close.
Moving in the right direction.
So we're moving. So I vote yes, so let's go up there and look at these. They're fine animals, so come on up there and see if we can get them adopted.
That's a yes,
I
right?
vote yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 300.
Authorizes the supervisor to execute a license agreement with Arrow's Cultured Oyster Company to allow the installation of floating upweller systems in East Creek. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, can we have discussion? Is this group we do it with every year?
Yeah.
Karen Rivera, it's Eros.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes. We
This
do-
is, this
we do
is
three.
why we have clams and oysters in the, in the bay, because this company.
All right, moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 301.
Authorize the township with to execute change order number 1 for Epcal Ballfield Parking Lot Improvement Project, Phase 1. So moved. You want to table this?
Seconded.
No.
No?
No,
Ouch.
we're good.
I want to say ouch.
It's an
Say
ouch
ouch,
moment,
huh?
Karen.
What?
It's one of those ouch moments. You gotta eat it.
We got it, okay. We got it.
Yes, just wait.
It's for $38,000, so.
What happened was the elevations that we
Yes.
indicated in our bid spec that we shot, showing what the parking lots, where the parking lot is going.
Most
What
part.
we told them the existing site conditions weren't what they were. So, had to be, more fill has to be brought in.
So whoever did our survey,
We did it in-house.
in-house, okay.
The good,
Trying to save some money.
Say,
the good news is we still have some of our developers fund money, won't be taxpayer money that will pay for this.
Okay.
Still have we're
Okay.
taking the nickels and dimes out.
That's like the wine at Cana, that developer's money, it doesn't seem to run out. I'm
Well,
beginning to
we
wonder.
stash some away for things like this.
Beginning to
Okay.
wonder. Okay.
Getting paid.
I don't think we can vote on this yet.
No, we
No, we didn't.
We want to move change, we move to second, and then vote on it.
You
So
want
you
to
did
second?
seconded vote, please?
Oh, okay. Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 302.
Hey, Bills.
So moved and seconded.
Moved and seconded vote, please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Dunleavy.
We can't have any discussion on the bill, I guess. Vote yes, please.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted.
Comes in time in a second.
All right, at this point, we open the town board meeting up for public comment. We ask you to limit your comments to 5 minutes, but that doesn't ever seem to really hold because we as board members find your comments so interesting, we like to engage you.
Thanks.
Mr. Beegler, what's
Hi,
the good word?
Eric Beegler, Reeves Park, President, Sound Park Heights Civic Association. First off, I'd like to offer my condolences to Sean for the passing of your mother.
Thank you.
And I probably should have gotten up earlier and talked about Resolution 295, but I didn't do it, so please forgive me. This is the Recreation Center and Beaches, talking about the permits for the dog park. I think the dog
Right.
park is absolutely great. I think it's a wonderful thing. I'm not quite sure why we have to strike the restriction on having no dogs allowed on bathing beaches, and why you can't have permits issued for dogs in dog parks, and no dogs allowed on public bathing beaches.
I think it
which is-
allows for permits on public bathing beaches, the way I read it.
It does in the resolution, but it doesn't give any reason or criteria given to the town clerk as to how to issue those permits. It does
thought
give
it
issues.
I thought it eased it up a little bit, that you could get a permit to walk your dog on the beach. It's honestly,
I don't believe so.
It doesn't do anything to issue.
people walk their dogs on the beach all the time.
Absolutely, they
Folks
do.
in
They
saying
do.
that we would prohibit it, I
Uh,
thought this eased it up a little bit.
Here's the thing. First of all, there's no criteria on how to get a permit to walk your dog on a public bathing beach.
Mhm.
That's what we're talking about, those roped areas. It doesn't put any restrictions as the time frame as to when you can do that. I envision, someone walking Muffy at 12:30 in the afternoon when the beach is crowded. Kids are afraid of dogs. Dogs have a tendency to get excited and relieve themselves on the beach
gonna say,
that you
it's not
cannot
Muffy, it's the
clean
Fluffy we're
up
worried
on
about.
my beach blanket, by the way.
you have this happen to
and
you.
so I would like that not to happen. And I don't understand why we have to do that in order to issue permits to have dogs in a dog park.
I thought this was only for the dog park.
It is.
I thought we still restricted
We do.
dogs on the beaches
We do.
because of that reason, and for them defecating, and people do not pick the defecation up.
We
And there's
they make little
kids running
landmines,
around
they
on
cover it
the-
in the sand, and we got all
you
of
know,
that.
if the dog.
Problem is, we now call for it, and it's gonna be a public hearing.
Oh, I understand, but maybe we can look at it before we, because the resolution, but the resolution does two things. One, it strikes the banning,
Prohibition.
the prohibited. It says by issuing of the town clerk, but it gives no criteria to the town clerk on how to issue those permits to have the dog on the beach. It only gives them criteria on how to issue the permit to the dog park.
Well, the permits were created for the dog parks.
Correct.
I don't think the intent, and I'm not sure I would even be in favor of the intent, is to legislate that dogs are allowed on the beach.
Well, that's great,
that's what
but
this does.
unfortunately, the resolution says that.
It does the same thing,
Especially
people
in
walk their
summers.
dogs in Stotsky Park all
True.
the time. My kids play Little League there.
That's true.
You always see neighbors with their
Well,
dogs.
I can see the parks, I can see the dog parks. The permit for the dog park is strictly so that there's a way the town clerk can monitor.
Great.
They've got their rabies
Perfect.
shots, they're licensed dogs, they're healthy dogs. That's the reason we do permits for the dog park.
So why don't we just make let's be realistic here. Nobody's getting a permit to walk their dog on the beach.
But then
I
why does
just-
it say that you can get?
So let's
Yeah, we
why
gotta
don't we
change
do
that.
this? Why don't we use the same other criteria in here for the dog park permits?
But you can't make them simultaneous, because if someone gets a dog park permit, they may think they also have a permit to go down to the beach.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
Well, because now you're gonna take your dog, again, like I said, 12:30 in the afternoon, which is not good for the dog in the middle of the summer either.
Well, the dog
They'll walk the dog down
maybe
the
it's
beach,
a bad
and all
analogy.
of a sudden, all heck will break loose on a very crowded weekend when there could be a lot of people
The
on
the dog park permit is more like a key. It's almost like a key you would use for a hotel room, where you would swipe it to get into the electric fence, to get into the electric gate, to get
Sure,
into the
absolutely,
fence.
great.
That's what the permit is. It's a card that allows you to go into the park itself.
Perfect.
It's not open. That's what the permit is.
Perfect.
So maybe we should change the verbiage.
Maybe we should just leave the verbiage to say the beaches are off limits like they've always been, because I don't think there's ever been a ticket issued
Right.
for anybody having
I
a
don't
dog
want
on
to,
the
right,
beach.
I agree with you. I don't think we should.
You know,
So I wouldn't be so sure that we haven't, but I'd be hard pressed. to
I'm
think
sure
of
there's
any
very few.
that I ever prosecuted.
Because people know they can't bring
You
their
got
dogs down to the bathing beach. Further, at Sunken Meadow we got a ticket. Sunken Meadow get a ticket for everything.
Well, if someone complains, we have to. We have to.
But now you have to enforce it.
Then we have to enforce it. Yes.
So you have to come down and address Fido being on the beach, and now it's an issue, and now you've got to bring the police down. Whereas before, you just don't allow them on the beach. Further down the beach, where it's not a public bathing beach, where it's just a beach, they can go. And if it's on private property on the beach, we can allow or disallow people from having dogs on the beach if it's private property.
I agree with you, Eric, 100% on that. I don't think the dog should be at the
No.
public beaches with kids
I
and
agree.
mess. And I agree with Jim, I think.
And I
Jim
will
agrees.
read this,
Strike
but I
it
don't.
from it, just.
Right, no, you're
It's got
absolutely
nothing to
right.
do with
What
the dog
happens in the
park.
wintertime when the public...
I'm already getting complaints where people bring their dogs down to IMP and take them off the leash and let them run on the beach.
But in the middle of the winter,
It's the
who
middle
cares?
of, it's the middle of winter, but people
cares?
really are complaining, they don't, so in the summertime, you know that they're not gonna be on the beach.
Middle of the winter?
I cannot,
I don't like them on the beach.
any,
I've heard some of the
I cannot vote for anything to let these dogs on the beach in the summertime.
I just want to put this out ahead of time, and I know next time we have a public hearing, you'll hear
I'll
from all.
definitely reread it and look at those.
But also you're opening it up, and there's no criteria as to how to get a permit to bring your dog on the beach. Not-
Well, I think we can open the public hearing up,
The intent was to allow that.
and,
we can-
after the public hearing, we can,
We can make
ask
changes.
our
We can
attorney to make
That's
changes.
the way it is. No
And if
dogs
we have
on
to
a
have
public
another
beach.
hearing, we'll have another hearing.
Okay. I
Go
agree.
ahead. That's it, I'm done. Thanks, guys, appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thanks, Eric.
This is what this town does.
Multiple public hearings on every subject. Wait, let me proclaim that. It's so. Dominique
Yes,
Mendez.
that's right. Dominique Mendez, Wading River Riverhead Neighborhood Preservation Coalition. First thing is to do with Wading River. And Sean, I wanted to ask you, because you just mentioned the Civic's doing our cleanup on Riverhead Cleanup Day, but we're meeting, and we're going to spread out to some different areas depending on how many people. So I wanted to know specifically where that area you think is bad, and so we
Wading
might
River
put that
Manor
in.
Road, south of 25A to the town line is a mess.
south of 25A to the town. Well, we're not doing that whole
It's a-
stretch,
it's
but
a
have you
mess.
noticed an area that's particularly bad in there? That's a
If
kind
you
of a
drive down there, you'll see it.
Okay, I'll
It's
take a
just-
look.
We spoke to, I know it's on the list for the highway superintendent. I had a resident come in and complain. I drive it all the time, and I was lamenting several times about how messy it is. So I did call the highway superintendent.
Okay.
But it is definitely in need of some
The
attention.
highway superintendent does have a
We'll
little
take it. We'll drive
patrol,
by, take a look if we have
but
enough
there's only
people.
one or two people, and
Right.
one truck, so they can't be all over. But the other spot is on 25A, where there's no buildings, in the open space on the north side
Yeah,
of
that is-
25A, and on the south side of 25A, east of
We cleaned it
CVS.
once already. We had a press
We
conference
cleaned
and
it
cleaned
once,
it.
that's right. But it has to be really cleaned up there, because that looks like people just throw garbage out of their vehicles out there, and the wind blows it from the shopping centers.
We'll take that under advisement. I think there are property owners who own that too, who might also want to do that, but we have done that in the past.
All right. Wading River Manor Road would be a nice.
Okay, we'll take a look at it, and if we have enough people, we'll put that on the
neglected.
list of places. And we also think that Hulse Landing actually is pretty bad. Yeah, by the farm, by Davis. I think people go there, the tourists and stuff, and just throw food out. Or maybe on the way to
I never
Wildwood,
really
they just
noticed
throw
that.
stuff out the window. So it's kind of bad in that area.
And Soundmaster Pola's got 25A covered. I always see him walking down 25A with his garbage bags, picking up garbage.
No, he picks up the bottles.
Well, there you go.
But, you know, we have a problem in the summertime out there because of the state park. People come there and
Right.
camp,
Yes.
and then they put their garbage in bags, and as soon as they hit the highway, they stop and
Yeah, I think that's what some of
dump
it
the
is.
bag out and keep going, so.
Yep.
So Wade River does have a problem.
Yep. One more, another issue I wanted to talk to you about, an issue I want to ask for your support on. As you guys should be kind of aware at this point, that the ZBA holds closed-door meetings prior to their public hearings every 2 weeks. They call it a work session. It kind of came to our attention because they recently extended and formally have it as a half-hour period. So they actually go over there in the planning department and close the door, and you'll see the applicants go in and out. You'll see the board members talk, but it's not in public. Those meetings are all supposed to be. Obviously, they're doing public business. One has to think they're discussing the variances, considering that the applicants are coming in and out and talking to them.
Unless they're in executive session for some reason. Yeah,
But then they would come in the meeting, call an
Do they
executive
kick
session.
you out if you go in there?
Well, it's closed door, and it doesn't look like we're invited. And they intentionally, they come in here after, so it's intentional that they're there, because then they come in here and have the public portion.
All right, I'll talk to them.
So-
I've actually,
I had a conversation
You told him
with
to stop,
council.
knock it off?
I had a conversation with council, and he's bringing it to the chairman of the ZBA's attention, and they will either discontinue the practice of having those meetings if they're not otherwise protected
Executive
by
session.
executive session, or alternatively, meet and they could sit at the table and talk about it in a work session in this room.
Right.
He will provide some input once he has a chance to
Right.
have that discussion with
I always
the
thought they were coffee clutching and not really.
No. Yeah, it's doubtful.
Well,
It's-
I did direct all of my department heads, and I think everybody is here, or there's a couple here, at the staff meeting on Monday, that they are to attend, and I hope Denise Civiletti takes her attendance. What day is Bob Freeman
Monday,
coming?
Monday, the 23rd.
Monday, the 23rd. All my
7
department
o'clock.
heads are required to go to the Riverhead Library at 7 o'clock. Riverhead Local has Bob Friedman coming down from New York State. What is his official title?
He's the executive director of the Committee on Open Government.
Bob Friedman, the
Has been
executive
since
director
1976.
of Committee on Open Government, is coming. Denise has invited him down. It's 7 to 8 or 8:30 on Monday, and my department heads better be there, so take attendance. Well, I'll probably be there. I think it's on my calendar.
But I also think the board should be there, because I'm under the
Yeah,
impression.
can the whole board be there?
That's right.
She did it.
We're listening, we're not having any conversation.
Why didn't you do it here? You should have asked us, we would have done it here.
See?
We're in a neutral place, plus I invited the school board and the library.
Right.
board.
They need more help than us.
But
Invited the ZBA
I
and the
still
planning
think
board
that
and all that too?
to have an executive session, you have to open up the meeting.
Yeah, of
And then
course.
close the meeting and go into executive session.
They're not executive sessions, they're
So,
listed.
The school board doesn't do it, I don't think they do it, I think, but that's the way it's supposed to be
All
done.
right, well, Bob, we'll take care of that, because we
Said
can.
I already spoke to council.
Yeah, there's not an issue. If they're doing that, they won't do it. That will
Right.
correct that.
It's just something that's important to the civics. You know, I wrote, and
I
Bob
always thought it
DeLuca
was
Group at
coffee
East End.
clutch,
And
truthfully. That's how it started out years ago. They would sit around the counter and talk and kibitz. That's
no,
really
it's
how
listed.
it started.
It's listed as a work session on the agenda,
Yeah, it
so
didn't
it's a
used to be.
formal part of the meeting. It's not a coffee clutch.
No, but it wasn't original. They didn't have agendas. They sat around and I won't. But
That
we will.
might
stop
have been
that.
years back, but it's definitely a
Not that
meeting
far
they've
back.
enlisted. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dominic.
That's what it was. It was just coffee clutch. You'd sit around and you'd talk, and wasn't anything in particular discussed, but probably because we're making them do meetings. Look, Tara's gotten up. Does anybody else want to speak? Mrs. Rodkamp, would you like to say anything today? Mrs. Rodkamp's in the house again. I see. It must be a bad. Tuesdays must be bad TV nights. All right. Nothing.
Make a motion that we close the meeting?
All right. All in favor? Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Back on track.
Finger on the button.